Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv / the Xisuma, and I just need to breathe a sigh of relief. Gosh, it's been a busy day, and finally we're at this moment where we can just chill out and play Vault Hunters. I've actually got some cool news for you. I wish I had a way to show you what I found when I was playing off camera. I actually put out a post on my main channel. You know, that community tab with pictures and images. You head over there, you'll see that I found the Omega Treasure Room, which I'm told is a 1 in 400 chance of finding that room. Based on rooms, and I feel like we must have gone through thousands of rooms, right? I would have expected it to have been a 1 in 400 chance of finding that in a run. Of it generating. Because the last run I did... Well, it's level 60. Doesn't it last previous 50 runs is all it shows you? We've probably done over 100 runs. Hey, JKel's doing JKel's things. Thank you for 31 months of support. And Badger Spanner, thank you so much for 57 months with the Prime. Appreciate your continued support. And I hope you're doing good. Well, I'm going to sit down. Been standing for a while. Cars Ticker Climber says, catching up your VODs, wanted to tune in and say hi. Welcome to the stream, my dude. Quits says, are you loving Decked Out too? I'm not loving the lack of shards. I want to keep playing. That's what I can tell you. So, I had an amazing run. Also, we've up to this level by one here. I had an amazing run where I got a load of good stuff early on. Got about 15 minutes into this vault. And I think I had to get 9... Oh, what are they called? Monoliths? I had to get 9 of them. And then I found the Omega Treasure Room. You can see I've starred this. So when we go and open the stats, you will see some crazy stuff in here. Right? I mined almost 18,000 treasure sand. That is an insane boost of resources. Ironically, I don't think it boosts raw carbon, which was bottlenecking us. But this also gave me an insane amount of shards, and I've actually been buying some chromatic ingots that keep coming through here. So I can just buy stuff willy-nilly at the moment, because it's like, hey, I got the coinage. I got the coinage. I'm loving all the Decked Out 2 content. You're doing awesome, says Quits Mountain. Thank you, thank you. Badger says, grateful for the cooler weather right now. I think my brain melted last week. It was really hot here today. I have had such an exhausting day. And I've been quite stressed out. And I needed to switch up my plan. It was to make a snapshotty video. But I kind of just needed to switch gears and stream. And chill out. And just hang out with all y'all. Take my mind off of it for a bit. That's why we're here. So... I do this treasure run and I just get insane amounts of, I don't know, coins and souls. We've also had tons of stuff compacting, so... that didn't work, did it? What's the quickest way to do this? Maybe I should build a little contraption that just, like, dispenses it at me. That'd be a curious little thing to make. They're all in the pouch now. I think there's a new pouch texture. I've also updated the pack, and I still haven't read the patch notes because the website was down. Dang, I just remembered that. Huh. Okay, we did actually get a fair bit of raw carbon here. And I don't think any of that stuff was crafted. There we go. So now we got a stack. Beautiful. So that was a result of our run. Just kind of occurred to me, I had a trinket on. This is why it's a good idea just to keep a trinket on, because I would have got 25% more item quantity. Now, something good that comes out of the treasure sand is keys. I got 42 of these. That is insane. And I will need some black chromatic steel and perfect echo gems, though. So, only 2 perfect echo gems. Right, I will probably put those into keys. Actually, yeah, look, we've also got this. Pretty sure the copiously stuff doesn't work outside of the vault. So I'm going to go grab that. No, wait, is that the one? It is. I just happen to have repaired it recently. Okay. You know, how many did it give us? Probably just one. 5. Okay. Got 5. That's good. Well, now we can make 4. Brilliant. And I think that's the most we can make. I just says, sorry to hear that, dude. It's like a good kind of stress. I've had an opportunity come my way, but it sort of like leans into stuff that I'm not very good at and confident with. Yeah, and so now I have to like sort out a lot of stuff, and it's time sensitive. And yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, like it's a project of ambition, let's say, but it's also making me feel a little bit like, wasn't I trying to get away from this? Wasn't I trying to get into a more chilled out space? But now I'm going to be doing something and putting things on the line again. I just need to get my head around it better. Oh yeah, so because of doing that, we got tons of this, right? Loads of those from recycling stuff. We need to redo the recycler. Yeah, so we're gonna make keys. I was distracting myself a little bit there by talking about why I needed to chill out. So it's kind of like a creative, not creative, like a excitement, anxiety balance thing. It's like I could be either anxious or excited about this thing. I barely like slept last night as well. So it always, I've been through these waves before where like something new and passionate happens, and then you struggle to like find your baseline, and my baseline will come along again. Just need to get there a little quicker. Hi X, do you feel like talking about the whole YouTube Mojang updates today? That question that I asked you at the end of the last stream. It's actually on my other screen, so we'll get to that. I think right now though I just need to focus on recapping what I've been doing and where I'm at mentally. Like, I joke that this is like streaming is therapy, but honestly, just like having a space to vent does so much for you. It's not therapy. It is just a space to vent. And we need that as humans. Was it black? What was it called again? Black chromatic steel. Like, yeah, I basically I don't have any, except I have some nuggets for some reason. So we've got to go ahead and actually get that over to one side. Oop, that didn't work. So yeah, I'm in that space where it's like everything's racing and you don't know how it's all going to pan out, and it's exciting, but it makes me anxious. But you know, I like to say soon be Christmas. Sounds like a silly thing to say, but it puts things into perspective. It makes me think, you know, time goes quickly. And it won't be long before this moment has passed, you know, is essentially it. Let's go back to the cost of that key again. Like, hang on, do I actually have the resources to make those? No, but I feel like we should make as many of these as we can, so we can open those doors. So, these cost... No, they're different. They're opal. The other ones are... Right, okay. Where did those ones come from? Oh, we've already got a few. Okay. Let's make as many of those as we can. 7. One shy again. Just one shy. I wish I had a little bit more carbon somewhere. Did I've been picking up a few ingots from this thing. And I have to wait an hour and a half. I'm not going to get the unknown item. That'll be too much of a roll. These things, one of them's getting closer. Those things are there. I'm starting college soon. I'm also feeling that nervous excitement, says Lucia. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably feeling quite similar. You made me just think though, like that when you're young, that feels different. Maybe I'm just getting old and getting a little tired of feeling this way. Like, I've had a lot of it over the years. These things that like it happens with creativity and content creation, you know, like when you got a video coming up, or you like picture some project you're gonna do with other people, and like you got to bring it all together, and it gets you into this like frenzy of excitement, but like it stresses you out too. Yeah, so I've really been just kind of in that that space a lot today, and I was so busy just all day long. I've been moving, and now I've slowed down. I think this evening I've been meaning to do some music for a while, but I think I'm just gonna give myself like a bit of a break and finish watching the new Matrix movie. That's on Amazon Prime. I thought, go on then, give it a watch. Probably talk about my thoughts on that when I've actually finished watching it. I feel this anxiety when we try to create something. It's the thing that pushes me in the most difficult moments, says Dev. Yeah, it pushes me a lot too. I feel like this time though, I'm just getting that sense of like, I get this feeling like, wasn't this something I was trying to move away from a bit? I always say that like the way you think and feel takes a toll on you. So when people in my stream go, oh, that thing you just did, like, you know, when you're running through the nether with no armor on and dodging blazes and stuff, and people are like, this is making me anxious. It's like, you're actually feeling that. So now I feel more cautious. I'm like, I kind of didn't want to feel this way, essentially. Right, so these are all based on gems. If we go look at our gem count, it should be higher. So upper line is lower now. So I'm going to make the peat, the tub, and the bog, because they're our lowest. Peat, tug, and bog. That is my logic. It could, oh no, we got loads of those. Peat, the tub, and then the bog. That looks extraordinarily similar to that one, and I was like, wait a minute. Oh yeah, gotta do that. Give me back my key. Alright. And how much of the opal stuff do we have? Like, yeah, we've tuned into that a little bit now. So it feels like mining is in order, and I love doing mining runs. But we need the raw carbon again. That keeps bottlenecking me. So from this point onwards, we have 3 keys. And if you remember me saying just earlier that the Omega treasure room we found was like a 1 in 400 rooms, it kind of made me think, like, how many rooms are in each vault that you do? My guess would be about, let's see. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to say it feels like at least like 70 or 80 rooms would take up one vault. Because could you just have a strategy of running through every single room in a run, just trying to find that treasure room again? There's a reason I left this upgrade here, by the way. Need to remind myself of why. To me, the problem is always more than create something I want, is like, I have to make things good as my pairs. It's not like I want to be the best, but I have to be at their level at minimum. Do you mean the problem is that you want to make it like high quality? Oh yeah, and didn't I just use a bunch of that stuff? No? Okay, apparently I've still got some of that in storage. Yeah, I think we did this at like the very end of the last stream. Fell in a hole. Again. Yeah, I think we did this at the very end of the last stream. We kind of sussed this out. So when I put that in, distribution, furthest, round robin. Ah, at long last, that has been fixed or changed or whatever. iPandemonium says, hi X, loved watching your decked out video. Glad you enjoyed it, my dude. Glad you enjoyed it. It depends on luck. Having done a few doors, only runs, treasure and dungeons. I've had some with many doors, and some maybe 2, which I don't have keys for. We're talking about different things. I'm talking about the treasure rooms, not the doors. Like, these are just going to be here for me to open whenever we find them. But the Omega treasure room that I found apparently is 1 in 400. It makes sense if it was 1 in 400 vaults, but apparently it's a 1 in 400 rooms, which kind of, to me, sort of felt like if you could explore every room in a vault, and how many was that, right? The Omega dig site, says EcoStar. Yeah, that was the one. And like, I got out of there. I had like nine monoliths, and my run was okay, and then I picked up a couple, and I was starting to think, alright, let's try and get all of them as we make our way back, and I found the treasure room. And then I had some insane luck on the way out, because I got lost, I turned myself around, and then I was just chewing down on the kiwis. I was all the way down to like 4 hearts, and in 2 of the rooms that I ran out on, there were just monoliths out in the open, and then I dropped down into another room and found one. I think I had like 4 more to get, and I managed to get them in like 3 minutes of time or something. It was really quite something. Yeah, okay, so we made our keys. That was kind of the main thing. Our next run is about getting our hands on raw carbon. And down here you'll see that I have started developing a sugarcane farm. Now, I want to actually do this up proper in today's stream and develop this little area down here. I think I need 90, so like 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can reinvest. Is the idea. So yeah, our building project of the day is probably this sugarcane farm, and if we get more time, we'll probably start to do that thing up there. Kind of depends on how I feel, really. I tell you what, I really do feel like a hot beverage. I didn't actually make one because I've been at the computer for a bit. Oh look, it's 91. Wait, and I just put them in the wrong place. Of course, it's one more. It's 91. So glowstone. That's dark oak. That's very specific. Dark oak log. Okay, I do actually have those. Then we've got our salmon. And then we've got our glowstone. And then we need 1 piece of sugarcane, I guess. Back down we go. I saw the last VH episode like 8. This looks a lot different. Yeah, I mean, you keep playing in a world, you build it up, right? Go make a cuppa, we can make, says you, wait, says Yield Envelope. I think I might actually make one midstream today, because I need to relax big time. Still feeling stressed out now, but, you know, you can't just turn it off in an instant, right? You have to sort of work your way through these things. Okay, I killed some endermen, I got some ender pearls. Yeah, I saw a sand block in my base. I had a little bit of a scare where... so I have customized a config file, and when I updated the pack, I'd forgotten about this. So the storage area here is slightly bigger than it should be, so we customized the file just to compensate for that. And when I updated the pack, it reverted the settings. So I couldn't find my keys in here, right? I was like, no, I'm sure I had loads of these. What's going on? And I chatted to Iskau, and he was like, oh yeah, remember you got that config file, so we fixed it, and then all of my items came back. But I had a bit of a scare where I thought I'd lost loads of stuff from my treasure run, which wasn't great. So yeah, that was a thing. Right, now we've got a level 61 of these. I just had a thought. I don't think I got crazy burger loot from the treasure sand. See this thing here, treasure sand. Let's add it over there. You can't make it. I want to see the loot table of it though, like its loot table. I guess I got blank keys. No, I got these bits from. Right, it displays those, but it doesn't display the treasure sand loot table. Interesting. Treasure sand gives gems and pogs. Well, I was getting lots of soul shards and key bits from it. Hex, how much did you enjoy the mod pack so far, and is there any possibility you play this pack on an SMP in the future? Love your content on all your channels, says Raiku1. Thank you for the nice message, my dude. Absolutely. I think playing this SMP would be like another level, so I'd be open to it. And yeah, I'm loving the pack. It's been such a great experience. The thing that I think I've enjoyed... well, obviously the vault hunting stuff is like, you know, that game is great. But something I found here that I've really enjoyed a heck of a lot is just this little base. Like doing this sort of, you know, like it's not a mega base, is it? It's just a little humble base that you roam around in and do your little jobs. So, Cold Calloused Hands, thank you ever so much for 12 months of support. I missed that one earlier. Hope you're still there. Thank you for subscribing. And Blue Raven 768, 8 months right there. 1 to a Twitch baby. Another month, man. Time does fly past. Hope you're having a good day. had a stressful... Well, I've had a busy day. It hasn't been stressful until, like... Sort of, like, coming to the computer to actually get some stuff done. And then it was just like, oh my god, I feel exhausted. Because I was going to make a video and I was like, I don't think I can. Let's do these rolls, first of all. Could have just done them instant. Now, I was thinking, can I click on it and make them instant? I wouldn't want to gamble that while I'm in the middle of actually rolling them. They're all epic, so I will probably just hold on to that for research purposes. I do need to figure out how they work. You know, I've been told the axes are no good. This one's got chaining attack. Hang on a second. Because... This one might be worth trying. I might just try it as is when we're in our next run. Now that is very comparable. I might have to re-roll its implicits. It's got item quantity. It doesn't have mana regen. I mean, it's very similar. I don't like throwing these away, but you know, 27. Oh, dang. You know, if I re-rolled the implicits and got like 24, then the block would be higher, but I love that Thorns damage we got. Lower health. Fortunately, I don't think they're going to get used. Now, when it comes to all the scrappy stuff, we pretty much just throw it away each and every time, right? So let's get all of our scrappies out of the way next. And then just get this thing ready. So like wands, we'll chuck straight in. I'd pretty much just have to see something ridiculously epic, right? Like some sort of crazy stat that just leaps out at you and you're like, what the heck? For a scrappy to be worth it. Oh yeah, we're going to try that axe. I'm going to leave that there. Cataphragms, maybe, says Echo Star. What does cataphragms mean? Fragments of catalysts? It's a patchwork base, and it looks great in my opinion. Yeah, I've always been really fond of doing patchwork style building. It's something I always pitch every season of Hermitcraft. I'm like, let's do a patchwork Nether Hub like we did in Season 3. But no one ever goes for it. But yeah, it's alright, hang on, let's put stuff to one side. We've got the goat's shoe. Oh, that was an epic that it rolled, but it's competing with an Amiga. Rare for rare. Yeah, I'm not really seeing too much there. I wonder if looking at the crafting potential is important. Ooh, 25 attack damage. Getting a chaining on that would be nice, wouldn't it? 149 to 67. Yeah, how does that influence it? Now it doesn't have item quantity, but it's got similar stats at the bottom. I don't think any, despite being like, you know, amazing looking drops, they're just not competing with what we got. I do think I want to recycle a little less though. Like, I like the idea of creating another build at some point. So I think I'm actually just going to chuck these up here. Like, if we do want to create like a different build style, we're going to need to hold on to some of those at some point. Right, so the last ones are probably going to all get scrapped, but we'll see. Like an axe, no thanks. Wands, sword. Got a shield. Yeah, these things are all getting scrapped. The big thing that we want is like item pickup at the moment. Were any of those Amigas, by the way? I don't want to accidentally, if you get a higher roll, I don't want to accidentally get rid of it. Just, there's so much to look at, it's like, yeah. Pretty good, that's pretty like for like, but the base stats are better. If I reroll, it's okay. That's the first one that might have some success with a reroll. If we if we get some good prefixes and suffixes here, I just got to hold over there. So what we could... I know, that's the problem. Hey, item rarity's a start. I could add item quantity myself. You know what? I think that mana regen is pretty strong, isn't it? Armor and health. Item rarity. We're just looking for a pretty crazy, like, combo to pop up. 10% rarity. I don't think we're going to get anything out of this. It's also no longer clicking. I don't know why. Crafting potential 1 free. It won't let me click it again. I guess maybe you only get so many tries. Let's throw that thing away. Oh, no. Oh. I think there was a lag spike, and I think it re-rolled it several times. I don't know. It was doing a backup. That was the problem. Let's take these foci and other things. Put them in there. Put the torches away. We're getting ready to do a run, peeps. We're getting ready to do a run. Astios. 2 months of support. Thank you, my dude. We have Finn Railways as well for 2 years. 24 months. Incredible. Appreciate it. Hey! Is that the legitimate Skizzle, man? Skizz, we've got to have a chat at some point. You know why. Oh my god. Okay, without saying too much, let's say there's a secret project and I might have just spilled the beans. Luckily, I just sort of restrained myself at the right time then. Yeah, I gotta give you, like, status in chat. I've been loving the podcast. That's one thing I want to say. I've been loving the podcast. Yeah, I really, really enjoy the podcast you guys are doing together. You know, it's starting to feel like its own thing. Like, like the vibe is developing, and I think you guys can go a long way with it. Right, I'm trying to do the chat thing, and I'm just like, I actually legitimately don't know where to go right now to sort out my own. I'm just gonna do it after. I'll do it after stream when I can actually, like, pay attention properly, because the way my computer is set up, I just do not see the right stuff when I'm streaming, it seems. Okay, yeah, we'll get you VIP after the stream. Okay, right, now all my normal stuff's back on the screen. I don't know if you're familiar with Vault Hunters, but I am loving... What was that? At a random item. I'm loving this pack, and we're about to run a vault, so you get to see what it's all about. Becca11 for 35 months says, a philosopher never sits down at work. Stands to reason. Love it. Right, it's like, but did I say I was standing up? I literally just changed my desk to standing up. As you put that one on the screen. That's, yeah, curious timing right there. Okay, so we need that tool, this thing. Right, we might do some mining. We're after carbon, so we'll have that magnet on hand. We want to try out this Vault Axe and see if it's any good with our build. We've got the Silk Touch for picking up resources. We have our potion, our bucket, our food, our blocks, and then it would be the compass, so that we are all ready to go. As the crafting potential goes down, it makes each reroll cost bronze and plating more. That's basically it. Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I've had some fun doing those rolls, but I am aware that I might be eating up some resources that I actually need later on. We got our crystal. We never put a modifier on it. And I've got so many right now, I can actually make more. Because we got loads of catalyst fragments. 325 of them. Yeesh. And some full catalysts too. I've even got one in here waiting, so we might as well see what it offers us. Gilded. Yeah, ornate. Ornate would be good. Chat, can y'all tell me, what is the thing that you don't get when you put a modifier on? We don't have ornate as well. There's something that you don't get. Like, there's like a bonus or something that plays differently in the vault. Oh yeah, you can't get catalysts. That's the one. You can't get catalysts when you're using these. And now I got a crazy amount, so it kind of feels like it would be silly not to. Let's go for plentiful. So we'll focus on carbon, and then we'll mine some ores when we find them. So a bit of a mixed run, not terribly focused. Let's go ahead and add that. We'll have, hey, no random, or did it just go off the screen? No, we got rid of the random negative. Now, couldn't I actually double up? Couldn't I make it like 40% ore? Oh, now I'm thinking. Wait, didn't I have another one like plentiful? Let's double it up, actually. Let's double it up and try and focus on ores. See, I'm terrible at making up my mind. Ah, we got a random negative with that, though. Oh, fell down. I was looking at my other screen. Ugh. Yeah, that's just not working. Oh, God. Why are there so many bats down here, man? It suits the theme perfectly. It suits it perfectly. Okay, Skizzleman says, I've heard so much Vault Hunters, but I know next to nothing about it. It's really cool. It's like very separate, so when you're in the Minecraft world, it's a Minecraft world, and you've got like Vault Hunter stuff to do. But like, the game is all played inside the vaults, and you have to get Minecraft world resources gathered to create a crystal to go into the vault. And then your playstyle in the vault sort of evolves around your objectives. So right now I need this material called carbon, but I'm also hopelessly addicted to mining ores, and I happen to need some of them, and I modified my crystal to give me more ores. So we need to note that east will be home, and this type of run has 5 artifacts. Now, if you bounce into them, they're pretty easy to take care of. And, like, there's one here, so let's see what that's like. Here we go. Javelin to the face. Got to back away a little bit. I'm doing chaining damage across them, because that's my build style. Damn, they got some reach, these guys. They hit. Okay, and then you. And then there's one down there. So you clear all of those, and then that's like, you got to do 5 of them. Oh, you're like a champion dude, though. Yikes. How to deal with you. Got to heal up, got to eat. Now we've got some baddies. Right, but attacking these guys attacks him through the chaining effect. Oh my god, this guy's strong. This would probably be a good idea to cheese. But I'm going to take it on like this. Oh, no, now you're too close. Ah! Gosh. Okay, it's not actually hitting me that hard. Right, you and I will battle here. Come on, you're almost dead. I seem to be able to soak a lot of that up as it goes. Oh, now I'm in the water. Great. Got a tortoise on us. Right. Take care of you now, won't I? What we got going on here? What's taking place? Dang it. Getting hit all over the place. Right. That is a living. Not what we're here for. But we'll take it anyway. Need to find those ores, man. Yeah, I think it makes sense to room hop a bit more. Get the artifacts and ores. Start your abilities, says Crazy Sheezy. Start my abilities? Are you on about the battle cry one that we've got? Because I couldn't suss out quite what that does. Oh, it's a lantern. Not using Vault Compass. I just forgot to put it there. I usually leave it on the hotbar, right? Okay, now if the next room doesn't have an artifact in, I'm going to try the run with the axe. Okay, no sign of an artifact at this level. Let's see what happens with this axe, because it seemed to be crazy strong. Alright, we'll swap back then. I guess we're doing this. Howdy. Right, these guys will... Oh, look. We've got a champion guy. Oh. Back up. Back up. Back up. Wait. This don't feel good. I need to escape. Oh. Okay, the guys behind him are getting wrecked with the chaining. Right, now it's just you. I'm going to try and cheese you this time. Ah! Wait, I'm trying to cheese! No! That'll do. That'll do. Oh, no, it won't. See, now we've got to go for the crits because the chaining is pointless. Oh, God, this guy is strong. This is going to be a tough one, I think, to get all 5 because they take a minute to take down. Oh, what are we doing over here? Having a meeting. Lazy. Supposed to be kicking my butt. Right. Take these out. Hey, we got some of that raw carbon that we're looking for. Yeah, no, we're here for ores, man. Dang it, no wonder they couldn't get out. Thought that looked like ores for a second. Okay, gilded's always enticing. But it's not what we're here for. Just saying. Oh gosh, this tool of mine keeps popping off the blocks. It's because it's got picking on it. Didn't want that, but I took it. Is this decked out? This is definitely not decked out. I would love to be playing some decked out right now, but I've used up all of my shards. All of my shards, all used up. Battle Cry adds a multiplier on your damage. You kill more, the more damage you do. Yeah, I didn't really get a sense of seeing it in action, but it sounds like it's a good time to use it when we're doing these artifacts. Okay, let's see what type this is. Does stuff just activate? Have a look down below. Don't see any ores. Might just bounce on this room, actually. Yeah, let's bounce. Oh, that's not bouncing, that's hitting your head. Almost got the face reveal reward, says Neonson. The elusive face reveal reward. Right, so now's the time for the battle cry. I hope I pressed the right button. Let's heal up. That's about as much as we can do. No, wrong button. Right. No, pressed the wrong button, didn't I? And now I think I used the battle cry. Oh! That was definitely some crazy damage. But I think it's over. Or do I need to be near... It puts something down on the ground. That was the easiest of the 3, and it was probably because I pressed that button. Yeah, I need to learn a little bit more about that, but that definitely seemed promising, actually. Okay. This doesn't appear to have any ores, and we want to take advantage of that plentiful. Oh no, we summoned some baddies. I'm just going to bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Craigie Nation, welcome to the stream, my dude. Do you remember when I could barely read chat? This was so tense early on. Now I'm like a veteran. I know what's going on. I can read a little chat, we can waffle. We had a waffle topic actually bookmarked for this stream. We'll get into that, I think. Just got to wait until we're doing some building, perhaps. What type is this here? This is one. I had a hunch. Yeah, take that, sucker. Right. No, 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 no. Why so many? Why so many? Okay. Got to swap out our magnets, so we've got that copiously. 14.8%. What do we see down here? Are there any I need to pick up? Oh, I'm not sure if I silk touched that one before. Oh! They're trying, they're failing. Why are you still coming from somewhere? What is going on? Just get wrecked. Just wreck yourself, fool. Dude. They just don't stop. What is going on here? Like, why are there just a continuous stream of them? That's really... Like, a few at first, it was like, okay, I get it. But then it's like getting a bit ridiculous. I must have activated, like, some serious POIs around. No, that wasn't activated. This over here, this is what I activated. I'll take that then. Any more? It came from far. Oh no, okay, let's bounce. I want to find the ore rooms. Of which this isn't one because of the water, right? Lemming Rayan 1 says, man, decked out is so tense that X is using Vault Hunters to relax. Yeah. No, Decked Out has this tense atmosphere. That's one of the things that makes it really great, actually. It's just, you feel like a lot's on the line each time you go in. Vault Hunters is way more fast-paced, explore. You're gonna come in over and over again. But they're different. They're quite different games. There's obviously similarities, but lots of games have similarities where they need a certain, structure to create the game. I'm not seeing these ore rooms. Wow. Oh, I'll take this. I'll take you on, buddy. And your friends. You're not that strong. Is there something... Oh, he's summoned one of those. I see. Okay. Yeah, that is a fair amount of gilded chests right there, isn't it? Just go away. Just go somewhere else. Right, wow, is there 3 of them, or did I just not kill that first guy? Well, we took a few, but we need to bounce, because we're here for ore. Oh, have we come all the way to the end already? Wow. Did that fast. East is home, right? Yeah, I'm not getting too turned around. Hello, Virus Time here. Love Hermitcraft. Practically watched every episode, says ZYX. Awesome to hear, man. Awesome to hear. I mean, that means you go way back, right? Been doing Hermitcraft a long time. Hey-o! This is exactly what I want. Except I don't want a tortoise in my face. Go on. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Let's get up. And I can hear more stuff spawning. That's how it goes. Right, have we got the Mumbo one back at the base? Okay. We have or we haven't. We have now. What's round here? Just wooden? Okay, that works. Get wrecked, suckers. Get wrecked. And you can just stay there. I think we're not going to find any more vault ore. Let's head back up. We are now heading east, I think, right? I think we're heading east. Or did we have like one more turn to make? No, east would be the turn. So, yeah, let's continue on. Sorry, started watching at season 6. No worries at all, no worries at all. Thought I'd query you on that one, yeah. Dang, that's still a long time, right? That's years. That's years now. Hey, for 1 minute. For 1 minute only. What do we got? Could do with some item quantity. What is that door to my left? What door is that? Why can't I tell? What type is that? I'm pretty sure it's not one I have. But like, doesn't it normally tell you when you get close? I thought it told you. Anyway, let's get that bonus. Xenium. No, we didn't make Xenium, did we? Could have, but I didn't. "12 minutes left." This one's been a bit, I don't know, bit of a regular, not terrible. Okay, I'm gonna bounce. There's no ore down there, and everything's spawning. It's slowing us down. It will tell you, but your jade is turned off. Oh yeah. Thank you. That must be an update issue. Well, this is a bit different of a layout. Here we go. Now we can get down. Watch your step. There's another pylon. Grants speed for 3 minutes. Nice. Oh. They're arriving. They're arriving, alright. Well, that took care of a few of you. Okay, let's get in here. Oh, is there not one more? That's it then. And this one here. I really am starting to feel a bit gutted that we haven't found an ore room. Let me pass. Okay, let's go east again. Well, keys are X carrying, chat. You can ask me. Holding Bog, Tub, and Pete. So be on the lookout. Doesn't look like ores, does it? Although I don't see much water in here, but, you know. What's that one on the left? It's a coin pile. Hey! We will go down here for this. Right, and I will press the right button this time. So I don't know if that's helping me do insane damage or not, but I pressed the button. I'd like to think it did something and not nothing. Good, that we cleared them out quick. That's gilded. Ooh. Actually, it's coin pile, isn't it? Go away. Oh no, there is gilded here. Oh, that's it. Right, we shall go east again. And try our luck for another ore room. 10 minutes remain! Now, last time I looked, it was like 12 minutes, and honestly, that felt like 10 minutes ago. What have we got here? Island? Regeneration for a couple of minutes. Dude, a couple of gilded is okay, but like, where the ore's at? Right, you're here now. I get it. Okay, that's mining slow. So is this one? Okay, waterlogged chests mine slow. And act funky, by the looks of it. There's also one there. Ah. Can't let's grab these and go. Right, that'll do. Hey! Successful jump out. That was good. Oh, there's another pylon up there. What does it say? 1 speed for 3 minutes. That's just what we already had. Just a bit of a boost, I guess. No, we had regeneration. What am I talking about? Music gone, says Luxy. Now the music's still playing. Just got some gentle, relaxing ambiance today. Dude, where are the ores at, man? Well, that is a lot of wooden chests. Let's just back up into a corner, because that's always a good strategy. Oh, dude, you had to come, didn't you? But there's more on the way. Let's grab a little something while we can. Right, now they're all here. Oh, well, no, there really isn't a way around that corner. Oh, hello. Okay. You know what, that'll do me. Let's check the downstairs area, because we want to get the artifact. Hello, what's this? Go on then. It was already Thor. I'm going to bounce the next room, actually. Let's go, because I've activated tons of stuff in there. Getting unlucky with this ore room. Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, we've still got 6 minutes. It is just not happening. Hi, Jatus. Welcome to the stream, my dude. New blue face for me. Oh, nice. Got the diamond face there. Hey, resubscribing. 24 months, 2 years. Awesome, my dude. Thank you for all you do. I'll be chatting with you later today, of course. Although, I don't know. I think I sent you the message before seeing a reply. But yeah, I'm streaming to chill out. I need to chill out. Too much on my mind. Too many big decisions, that kind of stuff. Just need a break from it. Just such an exhausting day. Haven't done any music stuff in a few days as well. I wonder if that's affecting it too. Like, that energy's weird. Like, there's like that physical, emotional, creative energy. Like those 3 different types, and they all seem to like feed into one another. Sometimes you just got to pick up the guitar and play, and then all of a sudden you feel energetic or just, hey, at last, emotionally just better. It's weird. Like, maybe that's what I should be doing instead of streaming, is just playing some music, but we'll see. Oh, at last, at last, at last, we have what we came here for. We are hopelessly addicted. We love to mine. The ores are all mine. And there's some black opal. That's good to see. We need to grab that. Gonna need to repair this pick as well as it goes. Wow, that was a lot of the Larimar stuff. Okay. Hey, we done that. That's good. A little extra XP. Hopefully we can get out with the artifact too, so that'll be plenty of XP. Right. Oh, hello. I've definitely got that one. That's just whatever works for you. Well, it's something that I'm trying to figure out, right? Like, I'm pretty sure it would. Like, I could have actually just played guitar, and then in an hour just felt so much better. But like, it's not been a part of the equation for so long. It's only recently that I've got back into doing it, and yeah, for a creative person like me, it's just, I don't know. You need to do it. Need to balance it all. DJ Echo, thank you so much for 61 months of support. Incredible. Whoop. Finally got my Evil X. Hope this stream helps you chill. It is definitely helping, and congrats on getting the Evil X. I put one in the chat for you, my dude. Put one in the chat for you. Right. This thing is getting close to breaking. An important observation. Right, that might just be the last one there. Hey, Black Opal. Let's open up the backpack and swap it out for fortune. Keep it going. I've yet to find my recharging thing as well. I think it's important to balance your different outlets. I tend to overwork myself when I'm interested in a sort of project. Then it sometimes helps to meet with friends or just go for a walk sometimes. Yeah, I think it's a case of, like, you know, got to follow your nose a little bit. Like, you got to remind yourself to trust your instincts, because I think we probably know when we're pushing hard, right, more than we do. Sorry, we know we're pushing hard, but it's like the thing that comes back, that like pulls that back down. That's always, like, I find it really easy to be like, if I keep working, I'll get something done. Like, this is accomplishment, this is productivity. But then you sort of sum up the things you could do instead, and it just doesn't feel like productivity, so you kind of write it off. But what I've learned recently, for me, is just that, dang it, that's one of the ones I need to silk touch. I really do know that It doesn't really matter what. It's music always does it. It's like, it's always the remedy for me. But then that doesn't necessarily mean I always choose it. Like today it was like, I think I'll do a stream. Because I won't get to stream again until... I don't know. Sunday maybe? Have to wait and see what happens. Is this gonna have... Okay, the answer is yeah. It does have some more stuff behind it. So that was worth doing. Hey, another one over here. We got 1 minute. 1 minute! Oh my god! We need to find an artifact thing. Oh wait. Right, I'm really glad I noticed that. So this will be our last little pile of ore. Dang it, you are slowing me down at a very important time, my dude. It's not important. Right. Let's get on this quick. Yes! Right, that feels to me like that is telling us it is time. It is time to bounce. We got our objective. Oh dang, I just mined a load of wood by mistake. Okay. Got our objective, now we need to find an artifact and get out of here. Or potentially go into the vault. Like back out the way we came, but I want to find an artifact and finish this run off successful. So are we going to look for like one out in the open? I don't know. Look at the timer. Ah, oh, dang it. I think that went a little too close there. I think that went a little too close. Come on, one out in the open. Oh, right, we're behind it, are we? Yeah, this is not gonna work out. I don't think the math scales. I think I should have gone back to the door. Because I'm gonna lose health fast. I think we're heading out of here without a victory, unfortunately. So fingers crossed for something wild out in the open. And maybe a bit of a clutch. Nope, I don't think we got it. I think I'm gonna head out of here through the entrance. Oh, wait, I've got one more room to go. Yikes, I need to move faster, maybe. This is our last chance. Oh my god! Okay. Wow, this might have been a terrible idea. I don't know. About to find out, really, aren't we? Okay, where the rest? Where the rest? Just one. Oh! Hello! That is how you finish a vault, my friends. That is how you do it. That is how it gets done. I used the lemon for that one. I didn't read the lemon. I just knew 10% and 30. Yeah, you get an extra 20 seconds. Dang, yo! That's how we like to end a run. That gave me a lot more XP then. So, extra 16,000. Very good. That was very fun. Estelian Malian, thank you ever so much for all you do. Getting close to 5 years with those 58 months. Appreciate ya. Thank you so much, Esty. Hope you're having a good time today, hanging out with us as we run the vaults. Let's put the things back in the backpack. Right, so we've got some tool repairing to do. Our magnet. Where are we going for our magnet? Going to swap that one out. Yeah, I forgot to swap that around at some point, but we had the right one equipped, I think, copiously, yeah. Okay, get in the vanilla tool. We didn't really use the axe. I'll put it in there for another day. This will go in there. Bucket of water can go up top with that thing. Potion can go up there, and we're kind of back to normal. Got a crate to open. Let's go see what's happening down here. Oh, we got like 3 crates to open. What am I on about? Claim a reward. Claim a reward. Item discovery. Rip page. That, you know, if I accept that, that might mean that we know what we're getting on our next run. But I'm going to re-roll it. Blood vial. I think it's going to be our next run, and I'd much prefer getting black opal. So I think I'll activate that. I like the rewards. There's more XP as well. Okay, now for these crates. Oh, loads of good loot coming through. Let's check out what's going on in our backpacks. We like to open these. We have potentially new ores to add to the collection. Okay, I can see some gear came through. Mod box. The main thing we were after was that raw carbon as well as the ores. And as you can see, we got 190, not a crazy amount. Secondary backpack has items too, which we will take care of. Oh, look, we got a black chromatic steel. That's good. And we got that. So we took away 3 of those. I don't know at all, really, if I was right about any of that. Let's go see. Let's go see. I think I was right about all 3. Nice. Okay. So the way we look at this is we look over a gap of 2 and what's above. So that one goes over there. Okay, yeah. We'll go put that in. This is our little game of complete the monument right here. So, is it me or do we just have... We have 3 left? I'm going to put these 2 on this level over here. So there's like one of these that we're missing. I don't know which one it is. But there you go. There's our collection now. Really, really stepping up on that one, aren't we? That's looking good. Here says Scav Run. That's the one. Scavenger Run. Yeah. Scavenger Run's probably next. Now, we have to go unload our backpacks. I think I might have installed some upgrades over here or something. Seem to remember. But all we do is drop them there now, and then everything starts to get processed. We need some bottles of XP. And we need some offhand here. Aren't there 9 player gems that make up the POG, says SignBL. That's correct, yeah. Etsinite, I believe, I think, says Dia. Yeah, you might be right on that one. You might be right. Hey X, enjoyed your decked out runs, man. I do like to hear more of your thought process for buying cards. So don't leave that out. I like to see your deck progression. Yeah, that was one of the comments that I got. But honestly, like, the stuff that I cut out, the reason I cut it out was because there wasn't really a lot of that going on. Like, it's early days and I didn't have many choices. But yeah, it's good to know. What are we, what's the clip link thing in chat? Is something being clipped? Or shared? I don't know. I don't have the full context here. Right, time for us to chill out in the base, I think. I feel like some building is in order. Gonna put our picks away. Yeah, just your stream, no biggie, says Bear. What's not a biggie? Oh, what, someone else's clip? Sorry, someone else's stream. I'm gonna sit back down again. Oh, it's the end of the vault. I figured we should highlight that on the epic clutch. That would make a great highlight, wouldn't it? That would make a great highlight. I feel like that's immediately turned my mind to content brain again. YouTube used to be really simple. You used to just like upload, you know, over and over again. And now I just like, everything is like second guessing and questioning, and to the point where I feel like I maybe started to lose a little sight of the core of what content creating is or was for me, right? It's really weird to sort of second guess yourself, I guess, is basically what it is. Like, I want to put out a video, so the other day I felt like really good about all these comments that I've been reading, and that's the one we're missing, isn't it? Typing in the wrong thing here. And all this feedback about, oh yeah, that's should have done it the other one. All this feedback about, you know, the villagers and how to fix them and stuff. And like this, the ideas that I had formulating in my head really started to sort of solidify, and I was like, I can see a video, right? I can see the start and end of it and the things that go in it. And I was like, today I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to like lean into it and go for it. And so that is the video that you saw Monday this week, I think, right? But then when it came to like making the thumbnail, man, did I try like a whole bunch of things and really get like worried about it, because it's become so hyper competitive. And then it like I feel like it has this like feedback loop of how you think about content. And I've gone from like trying to do the whole, you know, I'm going to have shorts, I'm going to have multiple channels and make lots of content. And now just feeling like, I don't even know anymore. Like everything's just content brain all the time. And so like you say, hey, we clipped that clutch moment. And then I'm like, oh, that clutch moment should be content somewhere. Oh, what? No, I can't deal with it. Just can't deal with it. Is Danny03. Thank you for 10 months. Hi, X. Love watching you right after I got home from work. Just helps me relax. Hey, you're helping me relax too. Thanks for tuning in. It's good to have you all with me. Right, so we'll just complete that later, I think. I might be able to eat some burgers, actually, and get myself up a level. Let's see what happens again. We like our burgers around here. 19? Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, these things give you serious XP. I think I underestimated them earlier. I've been really curious about the results of long-term stress that content creators live through due to volatility of public and platform. I wonder if it's changed after Patreon became popular. Patreon arrived for me, and I think probably for many other creators, way back in like the more innocent days, let's say. So it became like another mechanism of assurance, let's say. Oh look, there's literally a spot for it over there. So I don't need to get any deep slate ones again now. That's something I need to think of. So this more recent stress has come from like the Mr. Beastification, as they like to say. This kind of like hyper awareness of thumbnail format, clickability, click-through rates, metrics, analytics, keeping people hooked into a video, you know, competing with stuff like TikTok. The space has become hyper competitive, and it wasn't. I've been here from a time when it was really just far more innocent, and like every time you uploaded was just, oh, another video, awesome. So Patreon came around at a time where, you know, it was still like are we really doing this? Is this really happening? Am I somehow like making a living doing this? And then Patreon just became like that kind of assurance of like, hey, you're in this space that could change. And YouTube has actually changed a bunch of times, right? I gotta focus, refocus my brain for a second. We're gonna go down and do some building, and I'm waffling, which doesn't help. I'm gonna rebuild this sugarcane thing, so I'm gonna try and do both. But it means getting rid of all this for the time being. So yeah, Patreon became like, hey, you're in this industry that's like new and fresh, and no one knows where it's going and what's gonna happen, but like people who are watching you are backing you, and it's like another revenue stream that just gives you a little assurance, like a little bit of a cushion, a kind of, you know, knowledge that, hey, that's there to help you through, which is great. It's a wonderful thing. But I think the current wave of anxiety around this stuff probably started. I feel like you could probably trace it back to like 2016, but I think the first rumblings of it came before the pandemic, and then the pandemic really kind of like brought a lot more people to YouTube, and then really sort of like inflated that situation, is how I would perceive it from where I've been sitting. I would say this comes way before Mr. Beast. I think the big boom of, oh, we should make content for what is seen is Smosh back in the day, says Dev Chimera. Yeah, well, lots of things have lineage, right? Like an influences and the thing that's like that before the thing. So if we refer to the Mr. Beastification, we're talking about the current timeline. And yeah, there would have been things before it. You know, clickbait became a heavily discussed thing before Mr. Beast blew up. So back then, though, the clickbait felt much more innocent, and now it feels more like... Wait, am I that low on dripstone? Do I have to go and seek some out? I think I do. I think I have to go farm some dripstone, peeps. Find some dripstone caves or caverns. Let's make some stairs. Oh, and let's make sure we make the right textures. Get a good mix. Is there another one? think that's it. Oh, look. Polished strip. I don't think I've even used that yet. I don't think that's been a part of the formula. Silver Varg says, yeah, it's definitely become more visible in the past 5 years. Yeah, there's been this sort of like clickbait that delivers. Like that was kind of my philosophy with making thumbnails and stuff more clickable, was like, but also deliver, was the way I thought about it. Like it's all right to sort of bait people in to some extent, but make sure it delivers. So I would have something that I thought was of value to people, and then you would try and find that thumbnail, that angle where it's like you're luring them in to some extent, and then you try and deliver on it, right? You try and create a satisfying video, but then you've gone from thinking about like, oh, I'm just gonna go make this video, to thinking about like metrics all the time and engagement, and it's really like sucked a lot of the fun out of it when you constantly have to think about those things. And I've just been so worn out by it that I'm just trying to not do it anymore, basically. Just try and see what happens when you turn that part of your brain off. Dev Chimera says, clickbait has been the reason I've stopped watching many creators. For me, my reason for withdrawing from particular creators is not so much clickbait, but it's more the fact that like it's almost like making content has become self-aware. So now everything is contentable or whatever. And I think there was like a moment where you could find really niche topics that have been like deep dived into and stuff, and that was really quite like fun and interesting. But now it's almost like absolutely anything is like, I don't know, extractable. Like you can extract this curiosity element. And you notice these little trends and waves. Like I noticed this thumbnail getting recommended, and I think the video was called like the Adam Sandler paradox. And I just straight away, it just made me feel like you're just trying to take. It feels like someone who's of interest to a lot of people, they like his movies, and then trying to frame it in some super weird, interesting angle, right? I just had this feeling like it's just going to be blowing hot smoke, because a lot of these videos do that. They just kind of pull this intrigue angle and like... Does anyone else feel what I'm saying? Like you see this content where it's like, it's just almost like creating it out of nothing. It's creating this like, you know, here's a topic and now let's contentify it. And in doing so, you've got to make it, you know, extreme in some sort of direction. Like it can't just be like, because there might actually be great content in there. This guy might have, or girl, I don't know who made the video, might have like had some really cool stuff to say about Adam Sandler. But like, how do you like market that? Because as someone who likes his movies, I might be really interested in hearing a little analysis on some of that, right? So in fact, there's a content creator I follow who does retrospectives on old like sci-fi shows and stuff, and they're really interesting, but they don't do that kind of like enticing thing where it's like, let's say it's about Deep Space Nine or something. It's not like the paradox of Deep Space Nines, you know. It'll just be like Deep Space Nine retrospective. You're like, I want to hear your thoughts on this, so you go and watch it. Yep, and then I've wasted like 10 minutes, says Jacob. Yeah, some of them you watch, like if they don't have something good to say that you connect with, then you do get this sense of like, alright, what's the point of this? And sometimes they never even get to the point. And so yeah, the content on the platform is just, I don't want to say it's changed, because like everything's always changing. That's just the nature of things, right? But it's the way in which it's changing. It just feels like this contentification is, as a creator, I think it's made me lose sight a little bit of what I want to do with my videos. I've got some opportunities to make videos coming up, right? And I was worrying about like, these aren't going to perform. These aren't going to, you know, be clickable or whatever. But some people in my comments reminded me of like why they watched me. They were saying, oh, I really enjoyed this episode because you walked us through your thought process. And I was like, a lot of the stuff that I used to do years and years ago, it was all just like doing something like playing a game and just explaining what I'm thinking as I'm doing it, right? You know, what is my thought process behind these actions, and what are our goals and objectives, and people found that to be entertaining. But now you just have this pressure, this feeling like it can't be that simple. It's got to be hyper competitive, and you've got to start off with a hook and a question and a line of intrigue and turn it into a story. And because I listen to a lot of creators talk about making content, I'm like, I can't do this. This is just not me. And I'm not knocking what they're doing. I'm not saying that they're doing it wrong. I think I've just been a little blindsided by not like following my own instinct and getting caught up in what other people are doing on the platform, perhaps. I actually want some moss as well. I thought I would make this farm out of moss. Or put some moss in it, should I say. Let's get more of that dripstone from over here. Got a noise in the air, a couple of them. Rain Dragneel here with the Prime, and Not My Skype also with the Prime. Not My Skype, eh? Haven't used Skype in a long time. Do people still use Skype? Like us YouTubers used to use it back in the day, and then there was like just this mass migration over to Discord. Everyone was like, right, we're going to Discord, and then never turned back really. Everyone's on Discord now. That's where it's hibbity happening, you know. If you're hip, you're on the cord. Oh god, I just made it so uncool, didn't I? You didn't know Discord could be that uncool. Is Ventrilo still a thing? Maybe, I don't know. Saw videos which were 20 minutes plus long. The person didn't do much of the content they claimed in the title, but talked about something else for like 90% of the time, says 4Gil. Kinda like that. Kinda like that. It's like, you know, because I'm not sitting here on a web browser and like pointing at particular videos. I also don't think I'd be comfortable with doing that. Like, when I comment on this stuff, right, you know, these other creators doing this stuff that maybe I don't particularly like my thing is always like, I'm just on the outside looking in, and the best source of information you can have on that is like, let's go talk to that person themselves, right? There's always a story with people. There's always more to it than meets the eye. And so the better way would be to have a conversation with these creators that are doing this sort of stuff. But on the outside looking in, it just sort of, to me, like some of it just feels very content. And so, like that Adam Sandler thing, which I haven't watched. I've watched plenty of videos that have that kind of allure. And then when you get into it, you kind of watch a lot of it and realize not much has actually been said here that I find interesting. But you started off with that thumbnail. You started off with that title that made it just sound so like, oh, you need to see this, right? That's one of the ones. Old Philip DeFranco. What a YouTube legend, right? But you know, those titles. We need to talk. I mean, there was a time when you first see that and you were like, we need to talk? Oh my god, what's happened, Phil? You know? And like lots of people have used that on YouTube. Like, I could make a video like, we need to talk about Minecraft villagers. That literally could have been the title of my last video, now that I think about it. In the end, I decided on, like, we can fix this. Because originally it was just going to be called, like, free simple fixes for villagers. And then I was like, that's so old school. Here goes all the thinking stuff over in your head, right? And so I tried to find a title that is, you know, more like the current age of YouTube. And I thought, we can fix this is kind of like, it's telling you it's about fixing them. It's kind of positive, and it's we, it's community. I felt like it just kind of found all the beats which were present in the video, so I was pretty happy with that, to put that on it. Yeah, y'all get what I'm saying? Plagiate, it says, I only use Skype to talk to my parents. Literally nobody else uses it anymore. Well, when nobody else uses it anymore, it just means boomers are using it, right? Oh, look at me using that term. Yeah. That tends to be a pretty typical thing, though. Like, young people find something and, you know, they inhabit it and it becomes the trendy thing. And then eventually it comes to, like, the older generations, and then they get it on, and then all the young people leave, which is what happened with MySpace, then it happened with Facebook. It might happen with Discord. You don't know. I started watching some more high-paced Minecrafters with exciting topics, but it's your streams, these waffles, and other chill content that actually kept me following Hermitcraft. It's nice to have a space where the stuff does not have to be sensational and best, fastest hype, says Silvervarg. Yeah, you are, you know, on the mark there. Things don't have to be that way. The issue, I think, is that maybe for me, because I've just experienced a lot of success and, you know, numbers and green arrows and metrics that tell you keep doing what you're doing, and then it starts to change. It's like, it makes me want to change, whereas maybe I should stick to doing what I'm doing and, you know, continue to connect with the people that like that. But then I think a lot of young people, you know, that's not what they're looking for. There's this like hyper engaged, hyper stimulated generation with their TikTok and their supposedly short attention spans, and you know, you don't really compete with that, right? You don't compete when you're Mr. Chill and relaxed and not really saying much about what you're doing in this video until you get into it. But I've done this for such a long time, and I felt like it's just created such a mind fudge to use my own little bit of self-censorship. Like, I just get sick of coming back round to thinking about content over and over again, and I just want to like find a rhythm or a groove and do things without overthinking it too much. And yeah, that's really difficult to achieve when your numbers go down, and numbers are not the most important thing, right? But it just messes with your head because YouTube just shoves it in your face all the time. Like, yeah. You shouldn't compete with that. The Witcher series, though, they do need to compete with TikTok, and it ruined it. The Witcher series? Now that I don't know much about. Are you on about the TV show? The numbers feel important. I guess they do. I guess they do. You can always chalk it up many different ways, right? Longevity and stuff. It just feels like... I guess maybe it's because it feels a bit like a losing battle. Like, it doesn't feel like you're actually achieving anything. You're just being distracted by this idea of, like, your content needs to be, like, the way other people are doing it right now or something. Yeah, anyway, you know, every now and then we have these chats, and clearly you can tell it still gets to me from time to time. Sometimes I like really push myself away from it, and then sometimes I get kind of like roped back in. Schnitzel Tabas says, I feel like this could be an Xisuma Says video. That is such a triggering comment. Oh my god, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, maybe it could, and how would it perform, and would it do numbers, and oh, I hate it. I hate it. To be fair though, like, I would be happy putting up on content on there. I had someone, when it started there, you know, there was someone who sat through these streams, knew where the clips were, made them, and it was all really easy. And then since then, it's been an absolute struggle to like get stuff put together for it, to the point where, you know, there'll be something good, and later on I'll think, you know what, that'll be a clip, and then nothing will happen, and or, you know, lots of time goes by, and it would just stress me out. So like, if I found someone to work with like that again, who watched the streams, who knew where those moments were and could edit them, like, I'd be so happy to get that back up and running again. Because when you just leave it in someone else's hands and they know what they're doing, like, that's a good combination. Crud Muffin, thank you for 2 months of support. Appreciate it, my dude. One of the things I really struggle with is just working with teams and other people. I just can't keep track of stuff, and I've really loved this idea about taking responsibility for things, because in the past I've had experiences where I've been like annoyed with someone else or something, but like ultimately all I can do is really take ownership over what I can do in the situation. And so when I turn like the light on myself, I just kind of realize I'm not really cut out for this kind of stuff. Like, I'm not a people managing person, and so like, maybe there's no surprise things turn out this way. Like, I just don't know like how to deal with this, how to organize or whatever, right? Because I'm really passionate and driven about the stuff that I do, and to me it's like really clear when something needs doing, and then you get stuck into it and you do that. But like, that's because that's me, and I'm working with my own stuff, and I know what it is and what to do. And it's hard to get that across, I guess, to other people. Pledge, yeah, definitely. It's something I want to bring up anyway, so yeah, we'll talk about that. My cheeky butt says, I really feel for creators. I like to make things, but I don't think I could ever make myself to put them before the world and assign it some kind of social value. Very interesting perspective. Yeah, I feel like I don't have an answer to that, because it's like, you framed it so interestingly. Like, yeah, I do constantly have to extract the creative energy and then put it out there. And honestly, it's like, it's painful in a way, because so many ideas and stuff just get like thrown away, or things that you're genuinely passionate about, and it's just like, oh yeah, that doesn't work on YouTube, and so you don't pursue it. And yeah, I guess I've been maybe a little bit nostalgic over those days where you didn't have to like do YouTube in such a second guessing kind of way. I remember when it was just like, I couldn't wait to get the next episode out. You know, like going through that upload process and filling out all the details and whatever, that was all like, oh my god, let's get this live, and then I'd read the comments. And these days it's like, oh my god, I need to have a really good thumbnail, and geez, what am I going to title this thing? Are the tags done right? It's more like that these days, which ain't good. And by the way, like, everything I'm saying, like, I might be making it sound a little dramatic or negative. I think it's a matter of like, how are you doing on that day a lot of the time. And right now I'm just focusing, having had a bit of a stressed out couple of days, it's like, now I'm just sort of like hyper focusing on negatives. It's not always 100% like that, right? Like, but that's just a part of it. It's scary to put your heart into something just for it being a bad performing project. That's why I second guess a lot of my work, the what ifs. Yeah. Now, what's interesting is, like, with my music, I don't have any of that. But then my music is not my livelihood, so maybe that's what gives me a little freedom there. Like, with my music, it's like just pure fun. And like those 2 demos that I put out recently, they're just, that was just stuff that I really enjoyed doing. Like, there was nothing more to think about or say. Carl says, some videos have a lot of teamwork in them and then don't perform. Is heartbreaking. Yeah, a lot of videos will have a lot of time and energy put into them, and then the end result is just like, nope, didn't work, you know? It's just kind of the way it is. Okay, let's see what these lamps look like when they're just level with the ceiling. Kind of works, actually. Dang, this area is so close to feeling like actually, air quotes, done now, or like complete. Just got to get this little bit done, and then it'll feel like a complete area. So some of this I could actually remove here. The thing is, the ceiling in this area, like 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure. No, those blocks don't need to be there. Okay, let's do that. I think we want ceiling somewhere around here. I don't know where exactly. And I also don't quite know what the layout of this spot is going to be like. But the floor's going to be higher than the gap we've got. In fact, now I've got the blocks to start putting in some of these. No, so I agree with you. Content creation has become a math problem rather than being fun and creative, says Crazy Sheezy. Yeah. Maybe that's what we're seeing. All these different ideas that I've been discussing about, like, how people make their content and how it feels. Like, maybe that's the problem. Is that because it's become hyper competitive, we're seeing the effects of that, right? Like now when you see a video, it's less like pure inspiration and more like, well, this, you had to make another video and you found a reason to do so, right? Anyway, I've got like a few things coming up I'm going to do on YouTube. Not this month, but next month, and then at some point in the future, that will be like actual passion things of just like, here it is, I love this, let's go. But though one of those, I've definitely discussed about it being funneled through that whole thing that we've just been talking about, and I can't really back down from that. Now that I think about it, like this whole hyper competitive YouTube space again. There's a whole plan of action to frame it that way. Something I really need to think about. No doubt some people are A/B testing every word, gesture, music, etc. to max the algorithm. Does that give long-term support though? Says Xenophon GB. Yeah, the A/B testing stuff, like I've done A/B testing of thumbnails, and when I heard that YouTube were like integrating it, I was just like, this gives me anxiety. A/B testing stuff all the time is just gonna drive you mad. And I see other channels do it too, because I add stuff to my watch list to watch later, and then when I come back to watch it, like, it's different and I'm not sure what it is. So there are people really, really trying to get that done, and have it work to their advantage, but it is just painful. I wonder who the first person to do that was. Like, when I think back to those innocent days, I remember making a air quotes clickbaity type video, one that people actually probably called clickbait then, but it was just a silly idea. Like, it was nothing but fun. I flipped the April Fool's Hermitcraft thumbnail upside down, and like, it got a lot of comments and stuff about that, and it drew in way many more views than usual. But it was just a pure little moment of fun, really. But that was like a sort of clickbaity type moment. I wonder when people first started doing the A/B testing, right? Big City Blue says, anyone good at Redstone or know where to get advice? Search engine, YouTube videos, tutorials, random chat rooms. I heard was a great way to get advice on anything ever. Yeah, but like, it's not the sort of thing someone's going to explain to you over Twitch chat, basically. It's a little more involved than that. Yeah, I'm just not quite having a vision for what could be here, honestly. Not quite having a vision for it yet. It's funny, because it wasn't my plan to stream today, and I did have a feeling like it might not hit me, because I come into the world sometimes and just wander around and do stuff, and then like all the little ideas start to hit me. Maybe we'll try this spot, or just try building over here, try something different. Needs more colour, says my cheeky butt. I don't even have a vision of like what's gonna go here yet. So like, I brought it down to this spot, but honestly I just don't know. Like, what's next? I should probably let the sugarcane back, really, so it can continue to grow, since I thought I was going to rip it out and put in the farm. I had this idea of using slabs and then waterlogging them, so like green slabs, so you can hide that, hide the water. But then I was thinking about like, where does the light source come from? There are just some unfinished ideas there. One last thing. A German YouTuber did a similar thing about this topic. They put comments above all, sick but translated, in the thumbnail of a video about exactly this topic. Comments above all? Not really sure I follow. I've tried YouTube, but it's quite unique. Well, YouTube is very broad for learning redstone. There are a lot of channels for tutorials. I mean, I think maybe you just... I get it. Like, sometimes the best way to learn is to ask, right? But you need to ask a person who knows redstone, who's going to sit with you and tell you the answers to your questions, right? Like, that's because that's usually a great way of learning for me. So then when you have to go and find, like, learn from someone else who's not interacting with you directly, it's like you got to find someone who explains it in your terms, and that can actually be, like, super tricky. So, you know, jokes aside, I kind of get it. What? Why does this thing keep turning off? Flint pillar is one of the blocks we've had over there. Plating block, that's what I couldn't remember. Have I decided what my next knowledge points are going to go into? I haven't, and we've got a few to spend. But yeah, like I said, I don't know where they're going. So we're going to build a ways away over here. We do have like an awkward thing there. I was just sort of thinking, is there going to be space for much else here? Like, we've got more inscription stuff. How many of those have I got? Okay, not a crazy amount. And then I got 8 inscription pieces. I forget quite how we use those. Oh no, we... Whoops. Is that inscription piece? It is, okay. Yeah, we haven't done this in a while. This hasn't felt particularly useful to me yet. You can still use the frame trapdoor to look like a grass block. Oh, and then that'll probably let light through as well, right? I feel like maybe a step up here isn't a bad idea. Not gonna hit your head. And then I think you want one of these flint pillars. And then you want some stone bricks or something. Let's break that one. Little Rose says, just got here a few minutes ago. Just want to say that I appreciate the honest conversation, I sense. Oh, we've been having a very honest conversation. For quite a while. Not just a few minutes as well. I'm just being a bit frank about how I feel lately, I guess. It's been a bit frustrating because at times I've actually like gotten away from thinking and feeling this, and then you just have these moments where you realize you're doing it again. You know, you're caught up in the whole YouTuber game, and yeah. Okay, so these are sheet metal over here. Found the best way to learn is to do and pick a project to make it. That's basically how I learned redstone. There is something to watching a lot of the basic tutorials that explain a lot of the basic concepts. Yeah, another tip for learning redstone is definitely don't focus on like those Psycraft, zip crowd level like contraption. You know, don't focus on like the super top level stuff and think like I want to do that. You really got to learn a lot more about the basics before you kind of get to that level. I think I want to... I'm trying to avoid that and then try and just have this area not feel like a bit longer than it needs to be, but probably a case of just overthinking as always. Building tends to bring that out of you a little bit. Could also do using some slabs there and save a little bit of material. So then you'd want the wall there to hide the next thing. What was the other one? Iron plate. Let's bring that into the mix. You've done YouTube for over 10 years. 12? No, 12 in 11 days. You've got to give yourself time. Reprogram a mindset takes time. I did it. I felt like I did it a bit recently. Like I got my head somewhere, and then YouTube just started taking a nosedive. Like, it's not just for me. There's like loads of content creators at the moment that are experiencing these like sharp drops. And I don't like saying it's the algorithm. And I'm not saying that. I'm not going to be like, I don't like saying this, and therefore I'm saying it. It's like, it's not the algorithm. It's always like people's tastes and viewing habits change. And it's just, I don't know, it's kind of like, what is the shift? It feels like since they brought about shorts, they might be kind of like eating their own type of content. You know, they built up this incredible space for long form video content, and then they compete with TikTok with shorts, and then it seems like stuff's in decline. Xeon says summer dip. The summer's kind of over, right, for most of the world now. At least summer holiday, so it's not that. New ads policy might be driving people away. Nah, I don't think an ads policy would turn people away. I see what you're saying, though. It might be because of the amount of ads. Like, wasn't there a recent drama about YouTube changing their ad policy? It was just so hot smoke again. It was like, oh, look, YouTube did something. Let's get angry about it. Right? Like, when I saw the changes, I actually had a sigh of relief. I was like, oh, that's good. Because they've, like, automated a part of the process where, again, you're given an opportunity to wonder, oh, where should I be doing this? Where should I be doing that with your mid-rolls and all your ad stuff? And it's like, now it's automated. It's like, excellent. You know, it'll just be optimized for keeping people on the platform, which is what they want, you know? And so it's just something you don't have to take care of. And then along come a bunch of opinions on it, making it out to be, you know, Armageddon. YouTube hates their creators, and look at this terrible decision they've just made. Like, it happens over and over again. I've been around and I've seen the YouTube apocalypse. Well, there was the actual ad apocalypse at one point in time, let us not forget, but I've seen people claiming, you know, the worst of what's about to happen so many times, it just becomes noise at this point, but yeah. Now, I'm talking about the you've blocked our ads, so now you can't watch videos anymore, says Bladge. I imagine people find a work around that pretty quickly. Those things usually don't last for long. It's often a game of, like, give and take, right? I don't know anything about that, actually. And if people are using ad blockers, they'll probably just turn it off at some point in time, right? You know, I don't think... YouTube has to do something really bad to get people to properly turn away from it, right? Like, I feel like, you know, in this day and age, they could probably make some sort, I don't know, horrendously insensitive remarks towards a group of people or something. And people still just do what they usually do and watch YouTube. It's not often that, like, something really horrendous happens and people all walk away from it or whatever. So, like, if it's going to be morally or emotionally, that is probably the more likely way people would walk away from it. And yet, we're talking about technical changes, technical details and stuff. I don't see it being people are leaving YouTube type thing. I don't think that's what explains the current shift. YouTube is pretty much a staple these days, says Dia. Yeah, there you go. Hey X, have you dabbed in using AI for some aspects of your job? Yeah. And honestly, it was just kind of a waste of time. I was sort of like feeling that pressure of all these other creators are doing this thing. I did the dubbed AI audio. It was a bit of a hassle to put it all together, but it was an interesting experiment. But I probably should have stopped at the point where it was like, okay, I can hear my voice in another language, cool. It was kind of obvious that it would just probably just be a one-time experiment, and then you'd like move on, because it's just not quite there yet. And also YouTube is supposedly working on their own tools for dubbing audio. By the way, if I'm not being clear, what I'm talking about... Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, we're not on a crafting one. What I'm talking about is the video I made a few videos back. What was the topic of it? It's got the blue thumbnail, Jeb on it, marketing Minecraft. Yeah, that one. It's got AI generated audio of me talking in other languages. And I think the AI stuff, it really has a potential, but it's like quite hard to get into. Like, I've got something on my list to install on my computer that apparently like lets you work with natural language to do jobs on your computer. So like there's going to be spaces where AI is really useful, but I think dubbing the audio right now, it's not up to the level of like content creation. And I think the other problem is that like it's not you. Like it doesn't retain you very well. Like you sort of get lost in the translation, so to speak. Suddenly X talked in German. I thought something was broken, says Lackius too. Yeah. It's an impressive novel thing. It's just not ready to be rolled out in that kind of capacity yet, right? It was definitely, I think it was worth experimenting to know that, hey, this AI stuff, it's like it's the hype. It's the future, no doubt, but like is it actually here right now? And with YouTube working on their own audio dubbing system, it might just be best to kind of like see what they come up with essentially. Carl says didn't sound anything like X though. Really? I thought like I could hear my own voice, especially in the German one. I could hear my own voice in it. The one thing that was annoying though is when I trained it on more of my voice data, it sounded less like me than when I gave it a small amount of data to work with, which was just really quite odd. That was a bit sort of counterintuitive, if you like, and not how it was supposed to work. So like, I gave it more and more data of me talking, and then I all of a sudden had an American accent, and I was talking in German, and I was like, what is going on here? I was going to say, we shall put some blocks above there, but I'm not sure that we should. This could also be like a junction into other areas at some point if we wanted to, so... like, we don't have to like write this off and say it's the end of this area at all, really. And I'm not sure... if I want to do this in a way where we kind of remind ourselves that. But I want to put some blocks above there, that's for sure. I mean, people usually sound slightly different when changing language, says Silverang. Sorry, Silvervarg. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you do. You sound different, but like, these AI things, they can kind of retain like the characteristics of your voice in a way where it sounds like you're talking the other language. But it's just, I don't know, it's a little too early. And again, this might be one of those like victim of content things, because I've been finding out about this stuff through YouTube, right? So is it a case of someone wants to make a video, so like when you go find something and it's like, oh, this is disappointing, but then you put loads of time into it and you were trying to make a video, right? Does that ever influence anything, you know? Like, hey, this thing sucked, but I'll make a video on it and make it out to be good? I don't know. I don't know if that happens or not. Oh, I wasn't going to put these here, but they might actually just suit in these spots. Yeah, I have a extended reach here, don't I? That's cool. We'll do that. We'll put in our lamps. Oh, I like that though. That kind of works, I think, for now. Good evening, X and chat, says Turing. Welcome, Turing. Thanks for playing the game with us the other day. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed all of that. Bang. I kind of feel like that needs to be a bit higher. Whoops. Right, so I want to pop up there and put some blocks on top, basically. I kind of wasn't sure which ones they should be, if I should put a jumble of stuff. We could leave it open, but I don't know. It feels to me like that's not what it's supposed to be. Okay, these blocks up here. Oh, we're getting head bumped. Whoa, that's a lot of moss. Dang it, I rang out. I rang out? I ran out. Let's use a different set of blocks in the middle. And then we've got one of those illumination blocks here. And I like the way it's brown in the middle, actually. It adds a little bit of like texture variance. Yeah, that's kind of cool, actually. I like this. Here, I think what I'll do is I'll just recess those a little further back. I actually think we need like a material change now. Like, I don't want this feeling industrial all the way up to the surface. So let's go ahead and just throw pretty much most of this stuff away. I think I know. I think I'm just going to use like stone bricks. Or maybe a combination of those sorts of textures. Where does this go? It needs a spot somewhere. There. Don't know what it is, but it's there now. Right. So, stone brick stairs would be a good one. That means we need more stone. Let's actually type in stairs. And then see what comes up, because we want to throw in, like, that's kind of similar. Coal ore. Wow. Don't know about that now. Oh, there's some funky textures here. That is probably a little too dark. Just want a group of them that look good together. I got tons of tough blocks. I went and collected loads of that, so I could use tough again. Hello, what's this? Genesis. Genesis. Genesis, I'd call it. Cut deep slate's pretty cool. Probably haven't got a lot of that. Tough is probably the one I really do have en masse. Hello, what's this? Ah, there you go. Okay, so that. So those two would mix together pretty well, I think. Could probably throw in regular stone. Maybe andesite as well. Okay. Put away the cobble. Grab loads of this. Yep, should have a fair bit of that too. Go find a stone cutter. You can use aggle bricks. Aggle bricks. Wait, algal bricks? No, they don't match. There's a stone cutter here. Polished andesite brick stairs, perfect. Well, we won't even be able to tell the difference with those. Now, does this also cut all? Well, I guess I make stone bricks to begin with. Come over here. So I've got 2 lots of those. Cut those up into stairs. So that's 3 different types, all with the same texture. I think we want some regular andesite. Is there not regular andesite stairs? There's cut. Might be. Oh, there they are. Okay, it's been a bit silly. Right, and then the regular stone. Is there another one here? No, that's it. Okay. So like those textures all the way up to the surface, basically. And I might even kind of like leave all the other stone in and make it feel kind of cavey or something. Right, and then we've got to block off this old way of getting up. And continue onwards. Oh, and then we hit a cave. A very small one, actually, but one of those. What a pleasant find. Hey, how you doing today? Says Ace the Ghost. I've been stressed out. I'm just here to chill out today. To kind of like wind down. And relax. Had a bit too much on. But I got some things to do on the weekend that'll take my mind off of it, which is good. How close to the surface are we? I don't know. Or that, the timing of that question was, you know, it was what it was. Although there's a lot of sandstone here. There's the sand. Right, and now that we got it cut like that, when we come back down, hello, have we filled up? Hello? What, am I not pressing the right button? I'm not pressing the right button. There we go. We filled up the other backpack. Oh, I'm not in the mood! Go away! Not right now. X is busy. And I can't see because it's dark. Oh! I was just about to say, like, why is it that, like, I could see down here? So when we come into a cave, it lightens it up for us. That is really weird. That is very, very odd. So yeah, did it swap? I think it swapped out something. It's like down here. Oh, this is where I need the trowel thing. What was it called? Come on. Let's see this. Let's see this do its thing. Yes! We're doing this now. My schedule is so out of whack today, says Blue Raven. Sometimes it's just one of those days, right? See, now I need stone to kind of mark where we're at. So we're going to do it like this. Put that up here, very good. Right, back to the trowel. Whoops. Undo. Oh, that means I've locked out something off of the hotbar. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep banging my head, basically, aren't I? Is what's going to happen here. JR Dysel says, hi, Xisuma. Hi, buddy. Welcome to the stream. If I can just knock out those few in the middle, then I should be able to make my way down from the top. I'm not in the mood for dealing with mobs. What's up here? Oh! Do you know what? I don't mind that it comes out. I guess, yeah. I didn't think about that at all. Like, that's the ground level, but whatever. It comes up to here. That's our new way in. We get to look at the surrounding mountains and fly off into the distance. That's the way we navigate this world, I guess. Whoops. Take that one back. Take it all the way back. Dang it! Cruel. Oh, I got a question for you, chat. Do you notice how much my hotbar moves, or like the selector on the hotbar? Just like, I don't know, maybe just in general when you're watching videos, or specifically when you're watching mine, do you notice me like trying to get to different tools on the hotbar or anything like that? Does it catch your eye? Do you see the movement of the selector from like left to right, going to the different blocks at any point? Chimera says, I focus a lot on the sudden scrolling. Ah, so it seems kind of sudden. Interesting. Are we here? We're here. Look, we've caught up. Wow, I thought we'd need way more stairs than that. Okay, so it's from about around here that we can start to then put the ceiling in above us. Haven't really thought about it. Doesn't really bother me much, but it's noticeable. Yeah, so like it's gotten really bad lately. I use the scroll wheel thing to, I don't know, navigate a lot on computers, but this mouse has gotten worse with time. So like when you see me doing this, let's just keep going that way. It'll never do it on command. Anyway, if you see it sort of like wiggle waggling like this, it's actually doing a little bit of it when I move my finger slightly different on it. Yeah, like when it hops back, it goes like this, and then all of a sudden it starts going again. It's because I'm pushing the mouse wheel forward, but like, I don't know, it just jumps around sometimes. And earlier, I was like on a web page, and I was trying to scroll down with it, and it just wouldn't go down. It just kept bouncing back, and it was, oh, really annoying. And because I'm so reliant on it, it really like hurts some of the gameplay in the vaults sometimes, because I'm trying to quickly switch between a weapon and something else, and then I have to like put my eyes on it, and then it wiggles about a bit before it actually gets there. It's it's been driving me mad a bit. Go on, we'll take out one more all the way down. It's been driving me mad a bit lately. I think it was never good on this mouse, but then it just started getting worse, and it became very noticeable. What is your mouse? It's like a Logitech, I don't know, like one of the top range Logitech mouses, basically. It's a wireless one, and I really don't think wireless is worth it. If you've got a wired up mouse and it's in an inconvenient space where maybe the wire can't reach the desk fully or something, then in that scenario I think wireless makes sense, but I don't really see a benefit to this mouse being wireless. It just, I don't know, I never really had an issue with the cords creating like a tug or something that got in the way. So the wireless bit just feels a little bit pointless, honestly. Right, and then now we're down to this space. Things need to be tidied up a fair bit further. Just like that, yeah. There you go. So now it feels like the base has some sort of finiteness. Doesn't really make sense, does it? It has a start over here. It has an entrance. It's not infinite. The base is connected to the outside world. It's not in a forever cave or something. Anyway, here's the dealio, peeps. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with me. I needed a bit of chill out time, but I think what I've realised after waffling all that's obviously been on my mind is I just need to play my guitar for a bit. So I got some other stuff to do after this stream. I think I'm going to bounce early, take care of myself, and I won't see you for a few days. I'm going to be busy tomorrow and Saturday. Thank you for the nice message, Dev. I'll be talking to you soon, of course. I never use wireless because of battery issues, says Benedict. Oh, this thing's great. It like never runs out of battery at all. It's always fully charged. So, yeah. On that front, it's good. Right, I need to do the thing where I go find someone to raid. Thanks everyone for tuning in, by the way. I think Tango is live. Oh, he's doing a co-op puzzle. I thought I might send you over for some decked out. I'll send you over to Scar today. Some of y'all are probably itching for some decked out, and he's doing some decked out runs. Alright. Thanks everyone. Have a great evening, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.